Hey, my name is Mustafa and welcome to another video. Today we'll be showing some love to the white Hyundai Getz. As you guys have heard in the last video, it's got a exhaust leak. So what we'll be doing is first we'll start it and we'll prove that it's got a exhaust leak, and then we'll attempt to fix that. I've got a few parts for it as well, and I'll show you guys in a minute. So it sounds like it could be one of these here after the cat. So we're gonna replace that with a new one, which is in the garage somewhere. And we're gonna be replacing the catalytic converter with a higher flowing cat, which is here. So we're gonna take that one out of the car and replace it with that one. But we're gonna put these covers back on, and the covers for the cat and all that, so it looks fairly stock. Yeah, so let's get into it. I would suggest lubing them first before you do that, if they haven't been off in a very long time. Because I don't have a socket to go in there and get that off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that sensor there, and then I'll just take out the whole thing with it, and then that cat already has a sensor right there, so it should be fine to just plug that one in. So that's what I'm going to do next. So I've removed almost every bolt, nut. I just left that one in there so that I can go down under the car and remove those 3 bolts there. One goes in here, that's 17mm, and then 2 14s. But this design could be different in this white car here, because it's a lot older. This is a 2010 and this is a 3 or 4. So I'll let you guys know how it goes in a minute. So I've just removed the 2 14mm nuts and the 17mm bolt off the cat, and this is the exhaust. It's funny because in my red car the exhaust goes up through there, and then it comes out from where that where the hanger is, but this one goes under the car. So yeah, I like this design. It's much better, only because you can work with it. The other one, to remove the exhaust, the red car, if you want to remove the exhaust, you're gonna have to drop the subframe and everything, so, or cut it and re-weld it, or whatever you have to do. But yeah, this design is much better. So that's the cat off, the muffler there, the exhaust system. So now we'll just take this out, and I want to test a few things as well that I have, a few manifolds for different people. So yeah, I'll get to it. So I've just removed the catalytic converter from the car, and there it is on the ground. So the next thing I'm going to do is remove those 4 bolts, and there's like little 8mm nuts, I'm pretty sure, something like that, 10mm nuts on the other side, and then we'll put this cover here onto this other catalytic converter, and then when I put that on there, I'm gonna change this gasket here to a new one, so that hopefully it fixes that issue of the gasket leak. It could be the one further down all the way to the middle muffler, to the resonator, but it does sound like it's coming from there. But I thought we've changed the cat today and changed these two, the one for the cylinder head, the flange, and then the one for this one here, the little one. So I thought I'd change those and see how it goes. If those don't work and they don't fix the problem, at least we have a high flowing cat in the car, and then that's a bonus for us. And then I have that ordered as well, the muffler and the resonator gaskets. I have that ordered. I'm just waiting for that to arrive, but the flange and this one here have arrived already, and I'm gonna put them in right now, and then I'm gonna fit this, but I'm first of all gonna remove that and fit that as well. Alright, so there's the cat on. I've tightened it and torqued it. There's the cover, it's all on with the four bolts and the 10mm nuts on the other side, so that's on. So the next thing to do is to put this on. I had to take off this as it was hitting right there. You can see I've damaged that a little bit, scratched it, but that's alright. So I had to remove that in the end, and now we're gonna put this on, and then we'll work backwards and then start tightening it from putting on the rest of the exhaust system. So yeah, let's get to it. So the cover is on with the 3 bolts. The sensor is on the tab and it's plugged in. I did have to remove this and this for some other reasons, but now they're back on. They're pretty good. One thing I would recommend is when you remove the dipstick, you can see the O-ring's a bit like not lubed and it's not good. So sometimes what can happen is when you're putting it back in, it might like get hit. Like when you're putting it back in, what will happen is it will pop out of place and it will go up there, and then you'll have oil coming out onto your exhaust, and that could catch fire. But what you can do is lube it before you put it back in, and you should be good. So that's what I'm going to do next. This is the old gasket. As you can see at the top right there, sorry, hold on, like around there, it's quite like literally dark, so exhaust was definitely getting out of there. But maybe it wasn't even this one, like it doesn't seem too bad, but it could be the gasket after this here, after this bit, just before the resonator. But I've run into a little issue, which is these two here are not quite lining up. This is not on the cat, it's on the block, so they're not lining up, but this is quite literally tight, so this is not going to go anywhere. But yeah, the gasket's removed, and I've ordered more parts, like more gaskets for the resonator and the muffler, and they should be coming next week sometime. But if usually this, I thought it was this, but it could be further down, but we'll I guess we'll see. So the battery is back on, the water bottle is back on, everything's connected back up. So now it's time to start it and see if that leak is fixed. Otherwise I'm gonna have to do the resonator and the muffler gasket when they arrive. It's a lot louder, I'll be honest. Shut it off and retightened everything. Sounds like there's a massive leak coming from right here and there, so what have I done? Alright, I'm gonna get to it and I'll let you guys know in a minute. As you've seen, the exhaust fumes coming out of the catalytic converter, that was loose. I tightened that. I don't know how that was loose, but I made sure I torqued all of them, but one of them was loose. So I've done that, and I've also done those at the end of the cat to the rest of the exhaust system. That was a bit loose, and it looks like I might have to put the old cat back on and take it to a machinist that can hollow it out. But I might have to get headers for it as well. I'm not too sure, because it's not quite working out well. It's not quite sealing all the way. I'll let you guys hear it again. So that's as tight as I can go, and if I go any more tighter, it's just gonna damage my sump. It's like really close to the sump, and if I tighten it more, it's gonna go really close to the sump even more, and it's gonna damage it. So I don't want that. So if it leaks, it'll leak until I get the original cat hollowed out. So as you can hear, there's still a leak, but coming from right here, it's like really close to the sump, so I don't want to go any closer than that. I'm just gonna get that other catalytic converter that's made for that rest of the exhaust system hollowed out, and that shouldn't be too much. It'll take a week, or I'll get headers. And there is headers. A friend of mine makes headers, so I might get that as well. But yeah, so this looks like it's the end of the videos right here. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe and share, because that would definitely help me out. So yeah, see you in the next one.